Hello everyone, this is the workshop Switchbox tutorial, and we're gonna cover here why would you need the mod in any case. We're gonna cover how to use it, and at the end I expect you to be able to use it and get the idea of why it is necessary, or why I think it is a cool thing to add to any of your mods, of your workshop mods. So first of all, we're gonna talk about why. Okay, so the idea of the mod is to have a switch box to control whether if the mod is shown or not in the workshop. Okay, I'm sure that you have many workshop mods, and once you start placing them, the workshop gets bigger and bigger and bigger until it's unaffordable. Okay, so the idea is that you are able to enable them or unenable in-game without losing all the things you have created on your game. That, well, it's usual to enable an ESP of a mod and then realize that you were using it a lot, really much that you thought. Okay, so you don't have to lose that, and you can still have your workshop workable. Okay, cool thing of coolish cool feature that you can have with the mod is allowing the player to have like a tree of switches, all connected to one switch box. So you can have the decoration switch box, the building switch box, and well, anything you can think about it, really, because it's not something that the mod offers itself, it's just imagination. But so you can go there and switch the decoration one, and so all your mods of decoration automatically are shown on your workshop and not the building ones, and then you enable that when you don't want to decorate anymore and you want to build. So you go to decoration, you switch it off, you go to building, you switch it on, and you have just the building stuff. Okay, so that's the basic idea of what you would bother to make this work with my mod, or why would you use my mod to add it to yours. Okay, so now we're gonna do the actual switchbox. Okay, and well, you'll see that there's only one file with the mother's file for texture, one for material, and one for meshes. Okay, but if you have downloaded the user's version, and if you haven't, then you should, you'll see it comes with two. The male one, well, one's called male, it has the suffix male, and one has the suffix female. This comes for textures, goes for meshes, and for materials. This is because I decided to add two switch boxes, one for male and one for female. Males can only build one and females one as well, so in-game you don't notice this, but it's intended to create a lord-friendly effect, that if you are using a female character, then the font will be a more female one, and as well for males. Okay, you don't have to do this, but if you want, there's the option for you. I'm just gonna cover one switch box. If you want to do the male female, then you have to do two files for any one I do until I open the creation kit. Okay, I'm gonna be marking it, but that's what you need. So let's go. I'm gonna edit the textures with GIMP. If you are using GIMP, you have to download a DDS reader, and once you do it, it's a plugin for GIMP. Once you do it, it will be just open the file and it will do it itself. You can use Photoshop as well if you want, but well, this is the one I use, so I'm gonna show it with this one, and I'm gonna provide the links for this one. Okay, so you go to your data folder, which is on C program files, Steam apps, common, Fallout 4 data. If you don't have it installed in another place, this is the default one. And we go for textures folder. Your texture will need to be inside this folder. Okay, if not, it will not be working and you'll have problem with it. So inside texture, you open workshop switchbox folder, and here you open your mod switchbox. Any file of this mod will be called your mod somewhat. You then, when you want to save, you will change the your mod with the keyword of your mod, okay, those letters that will represent your mod, like the name or whatever you want to make your mod representative. So you then can find everything you want just searching your mod, and you find it. So we're gonna open your mod Switchbox, just say accept, and here you have the label where the name of your mod will be shown in game. Okay, so we just write a text of the mod. I'm gonna place my new mod, this default text, so I'll place it here, I'll rotate it -90, rotate it, and then just place it here. Okay, so now I have the label for my new mod already made. I just have to here combine layers. Now I have it, and I'm gonna save it. Okay, but I'm not gonna save it in this folder. I recommend you to go to textures and add a new folder for yourself. So create a folder, name it my new mod. What it says the folder already exists because this is another try of the video, so I already have the folder. If you don't have it, you just create it. Go to my new mod and name this my new mod Switchbox. I already have it as well, but we're just gonna export it. Place here in compression, I always place the DXT one and generate mip maps because I saw somewhere that this was the best way. I don't really know much about textures, so if you know more, you do it as well as you want, and you can always say in the comments that there's a better way of doing this. This seems to work, so I do it this way. We have already saved it. Yeah, I'm gonna do it as well another time because I'm not sure, but yeah, it was saved. So we close this one, we close GIMP, and we go to the material editor. Okay, we have the material editor here. So now before using it, you need to go to your data folder. I have it here, shortcut, so I can go quick. You go to materials, workshop Switchbox as well. This is the same as we did before, it's the same scheme. So you copy your mod Switchbox, you go to your folder. This is my new mod. I'm gonna delete this one because we have to do it another time. So you all create here, well, you copy here, paste here actually the your mod Switchbox we have copied from my mod, and you name it my new mod Switchbox. So you have your material, and now we open it here on the material editor. You have the link on the description as well. You go to data, materials, your new folder, my new mod, and my new mod Switchbox. Okay, so you go to the material tab here, and here you select the texture you wanted. So textures, my new mod, and my new mod Switchbox. Okay, if you have the male and female, as you can imagine, you will have the my new mod Switchbox male, my new mod Switchbox female. So you'll have to create my new mod Switchbox male material and female material. In the male, you'll link the male material, and in the female, you'll link the female material. Okay, this is common sense. So we save this. We already have now the material created, and there's the last step for having the Switchbox created as an object readable for the creation kit. Okay, so we go to meshes, we go as well to workshop Switchbox, copy your mod Switchbox, go back, no, go here, you go to my new mod, or if you haven't, you shouldn't have, so you create it, my new mod, this one, and you copy it here. Okay, so now we have my new mod Switchbox model. Okay, now you have to open the NIF scope program, which you'll have the link as well below. You open the NIF scope, and okay, we open the file. This is the same as we said before. If you want to have the male and female, you'll have two different meshes, and you'll have to open the two different meshes to add the material. Okay, so now we have it loaded, and we see the material, the previous one. Okay, because we already have this one. So you make sure you have header tab here selected. You go to strings and you go to the last one. Okay, this is the last one, a root. You only have to bother past materials folder. Okay, so past materials, we delete this and we're gonna place here my new mod folder and my new mod Switchbox. This is the name of the folder we created and the name of the material we created. We have it already here. Well, we screw it up here. Don't press enter, just go click out, and we have it now, so we can save. And if everything's okay, this is just working. You don't see it uploaded here, refreshed. If you loaded it now, you may see it white, just all the Switchbox white. Don't worry, you just open it on the creation kit, and if it shows good there, then everything is okay. Okay, I'm not that expert on Nivscope or whatever, so I don't know why this happened, or how can you actually see it here. But well, that's not a problem. If you see it well on the creation kit, everything's okay. So we have now made the model, and we're gonna go to the creation kit to make the actual mod. Okay, now that we have the Switchbox created, we're gonna open the creation kit. It takes a bit, so be patient. Actually, it takes a bit to open, and then it takes a bit to load the files you need, so just be patient. Now we're gonna create a new mod. Okay, so if you have your mod created, obviously you need to skip this, and you already know. But if you don't have any mod created yet and you just want to start with this, I'm gonna assume it's this way. So we're gonna create the mod. You create the mod here, and you just create the mod called my, well, I have one made it, so I'm gonna name it like my new mod 2. Okay, and now it's saved. So now we have to just open this one called Workshop Switchbox Modders. Okay, but make sure the active one is my new mod, and you open. I know many of the information can be like for noobs, but I try to make it so anyone can use it. Okay, because not long time from now I did a new sheet of creation kit and how to use it. That it was really a mess to search information. So if you want to use the mod, I want you to be able to use it just with the information I provide. So if you are somehow an expert of creation kit, or you know how to use it, just be patient with this. And sorry for the bothering I mean causing, but some people may like the step-by-step thing. Okay, so the warning, just close them, it's not a problem. Well, we already did this. Okay, so everything you will need on this mod is, as I said, called your mod. So you're gonna go here, you make sure all is selected, and you're gonna write here your mod, not your MPD, your mod. So this is all you need for your mod to make the Switchbox work. Just one thing, the keyword, if you have already a mod done, you don't need it. You already have this keyword that you want to inject, so you don't have to copy this, but I'm gonna copy everything just like if it was a new mod. So duplicate and rename digits. We don't want any digits, so you place 0 in search. You search your mod and you replace this with the name of your mod as we have made always. So my new mod, press OK, and well, you don't see now anything because you are searching your mod, but if you search my new mod, you will have everything you need just here created. Okay, this is just a copy, a new copy. So now we're gonna take a look at every single item. You can see here the activator female, the activator male. As I said, I'm only gonna cover one of them, but what I do on the male, you have to do the exact same thing on the female. Okay, so we open the male, close the warnings, the ID is already okay. On the name, this is the name you're gonna see on the game actually, so write what you want. I like to write like the name of the mod and installer, so it's like self-explicative. Okay, and you have to change the model. If you see here, we have the empty label. You go edit, you go to your folder. Okay, this is the one on meshes. You go to your folder and you select your folder, and we have it here, my new mod. So we have already added the model we created before on the game. As you can see, it's showing up, so everything's okay. Now we're gonna talk about the script, because you have to change the script. Actually, you have to create one. So first of all, we're gonna edit this, edit source. Okay, right click, edit source, and we're gonna copy everything right under this line. Everything below that, you're gonna copy it, because it's the actual code you need, and you're gonna create a new script. You click here, new script, you click OK. You're gonna name it my new mod installer, just as this one, but with the name of your mod. And I recommend you to create a namespace called my new mod as well. This is gonna create a folder inside the script folder for placing all your stuff, so everything will be organized and you don't have a mess of scripts, and if anyone have to find something, they will find it. It has to extend the object reference, and it's not constant. Okay, so here on the documentation string you can place a description of what this does. I'm not gonna do it, but you can if you want. Okay, so you click OK. Well, it says it already exists before because I made one, so I'm just gonna use that, but just know that that's the way of doing it. Okay, so I search here my new mod, I select it. It's empty because it's a blank script, so it has no properties. So we close this as well, and we edit the source of my new mod script. Okay, we copy here. Let's talk about the variables we find here. This is just an ID the game needs to make sure that the timer we're gonna be using is the one that he is trying to run at that exact time. You know, it's like here it runs many timers and has to compare, so it only runs it once. So place the ID that you want, it's just a number. I placed 10 because it was the one on the API in the example, but you can do whatever you want. This has to be unique for just this script, so we don't have any more. So the number, it's not a problem here. We have here some messages. Okay, this is the message for install when the menu, your menu is actually shown up. Okay, so once it turns to show up, it will show this message. Once it's enabled, it will show this message, and these two ones are for making the player know that the mod is running or the mod is not running. Okay, so well, we'll cover them later. You just need to know they are these ones, and since these are references to other things, I recommend you to name them the way they are named. Okay, the variable needs to be named the way the message is named. So on your mod you place my new mod, which is the name we give. So if you name it like building mod, you would write here building mod or whatever. Okay, so my new mod, my new mod, my new mod. And this list is a list for returning to the player the cover he spent on creating the Switchbox. Okay, so this you have to leave it the way it is. And this is a boolean. This will make sure that we only give copper once, and these two variables are to know when to show the message or not. Okay, so you just leave this as it is, you don't need it to work. Okay, here these are the vanilla, well, it says vanilla workshop menus. They don't need to be vanilla. Okay, it's copied from another script actually, so it doesn't need to be vanilla. This is just the workshop menus that will host your workshop menu. But for example, if you want your mod to show on SKE, you can place here just the SKE workshop. Okay, just as I said before, make sure this name workshop menu main, it's actually the name that that form list has. Okay, this is the name actually, so it's everything okay. You can add keyword, well, you cannot add keywords, so just forget that. But you can add any form list you want. And now here on the custom workshop menus, here comes any menu that you want to add. As I said, it's not your mod, it's my new mod. And here you can add form list or keywords, just whatever you want. It's not a matter. So okay, everything that will be added via Switchbox has to go here. So if you have a menu that has inside many menus, but you just want to show all together, you just place the father, okay, the big menu, the one that goes to the workshop main menu or to SKE or decoration or whatever you want to go with, but just that one. If you instead want to show like some ones with building and some ones with decoration, you would have to add it with two switch boxes, and so you have to select them here. Okay, we're gonna do this like you have just one single menu to add, but you can have whatever you want. This event, the event on timer, is the event that will be showing up running like, well, I set it to half second, so every half second it will be running to check if the Switchbox is receiving power or not. Okay, this only runs if the Switchbox is switched on. If it's switched off, then it will not be running. Okay, so here we check if the ID is the same. We don't need to touch this. Here we are comparing the location of the Switchbox with the location of the player, so this will only work if you are on the same location of like the Switchbox. This is made because you really only can have one at your settlement. Okay, if you have a Switchbox for OC Decorator, if it's done, you only can have one for that mod, not two. That would be like conflicting. So if you want to have one on another settlement, this is just for like a protection. Okay, and here, well, we start again for we place like another instance of on timer for half second later, and here we have, if it's powered, we install it. If it's not powered, we uninstall it. This false is for telling the game that we don't want, we'll see it before, the message. Okay, so this is just done. You really don't have to touch anything here, so everything's okay. On activate, this will gonna be run, or everything I mean, this will gonna be run anytime the player just activates the Switchbox on or off. So we compare if it's the player who is activating it, and if it's the first time, we add two instances of copper. Okay, one it's because of the Switchbox that cost one copper, and the other one is for the wire linking it to a parent Switchbox. Okay, so it's like free to build, but you need two copper and then you will receive it later. So we only received this the first time, and then we check here. This if statement is for when the switch is on. Okay, so when the switch is on, the actual state of the switch will be or closed or opening. Okay, for me it's closed. I don't know, I added the opening because of like an if, you know. It could be that the event calls a bit later, so it's opening. Just for making sure this works, I added it. Okay, so in this case the mod will be showing the message. We have to change here my new mod, okay, message register, so the player knows that the script is running, and we start the script to run. Okay, the timer we talked before, and here we have the closing. It goes like the same. So we place here my new mod. Here we uninstall and we say that we want the message to be shown, and we cancel the timer that we have running, so the on timer event stops running. And now we go to the install and uninstall functions that are the ones that you want to touch. Okay, here you have to, we're checking if the workshop menu main has the form my new mod keyword. So if it's not there, and we are installing, so if it's not there, we have to add it. Okay, my new mod. Anytime you see your mod here right written, you just have to change it to my new mod. So yeah, we have it. And if install message, which is a boolean we have there running, if it's true, we want to show it. Well, this will show that the message, the workshop menu is now shown. Okay, and on the uninstall you have to do just the same. We place here my new mod, we place here as well my new mod, and that's it. Well, no, here as well my new. So if you want to add it to the workshop menu, it's just like this. If you want to add it to another menu, you have to change this one for the menu you want to add, and this one, and anytime you will see. Okay, just read the functions. They have names like common sense of what they do, so it will be kind of easy to know what everything is doing here. Just make sure you change the your mod keyword to my new mod keyword, in case you have named that way or the way you have named. That's not a problem. Okay, and that should be all from this. Okay, just compile to see if everything's okay. It says one succeed, so everything's okay. We can save now. We save, and now we remove the your mod script and we open this one. Okay, the properties. So if we have made, as I said, to rename everything as it's named the actual reference, we just can click autofill and voila, everything is added. Okay, that's why we do it this way. So we just select OK, everything is okay, so we have the activator now created. Now we go here to the my new mod constructible object mail. Okay, here you have to, first of all, you here have to select the one we created. So my new mod activator mail, this is the one we did. Here you have to add where this should show. So this shouldn't show on your mod keyword. Okay, make sure this is shown just on workshop switchbox keyword worth keyword. I added this menu because I don't want to have people like the power connectors menu filled with shit, like many activators, and they can select the ones that they want. This is like a new functionality, and so it needs a new keyword. It's added the same way with our switchbox, so it won't be a problem. Okay, here's the description that you will see, and here's the copper, 1 copper. Why not 0? Because if you play 0, the game doesn't understand what's that, and you can build it without the god mode. Okay, so 1 copper. And here's this function. This is telling the game that if you are a male you can build it, if you are female then you're not, don't. Okay, if you don't want to do the male female version, you just go here and delete it. Okay, I'm gonna leave it. And now let's go to the messages. Here we have the install message. It tells, this is the title, my new mod installation, and it says that my new mod category has been successfully installed. Okay, this message is gonna be shown like the ones that tell you that you get 2 of copper or whatever, you know. On the left top corner there will be the small message that goes itself. This is because we haven't checked this box. If you want it to be like one message to press OK, you should select this one, but this is gonna be like too many times and too many mods at the same time. This can be, so players will be probably angry about that, so you may want to leave it this way. Okay, so we just leave it this way. This is another one. This is the register. Okay, we changed it to my new mod already. Yeah, here goes my new mod register, and here it tells that my new mod Switchbox is now active. So this one is with the message box placed because this is not just so often to be switched, and the player really wants to know if the script is running or not. Okay, just for making sure that the player knows what's doing. So I leave this with a message box, but you can as well uncheck it. I'm just gonna check it, but you can uncheck it as well, and it will be like the other one. And we do the same with an install. Place here my new mod, and we place here my new mod, and that's just that way. And with unregister, we place my new mod, and we place my new mod. There's no difference between female and male, so here there's no like these messages goes for male and other ones goes for female. This is all the same. Okay, and as well the message box for register and or uninstall goes the same. So now that we have this done, we actually have ended with the creation kit and we have our mod running. Okay, so we are gonna save, and we have my new mod 2 created. Now just for making sure that there's no parentship with the workshop menu, well, the workshop Switchbox modders file, because sometimes that's done, we're gonna open the Fallout edit program. Okay, and we're gonna open my new mod 2. We open the file and we're gonna check if the only parent is Fallout 4 and workshop Switchbox itself. Okay, if there's something more, we have to clean it if we do it well. So we wait until it loads, and everything's okay. So we can close this, and we have ended. I hope that you understand how to do this and you find it a cool feature to add to your mod, and thanks for watching.